All right. So I saw that you were playing pickleball a little bit.
Yeah,
I think you are sitting here too long now.
Yeah, I can't watch pickleball that long without having to pick up a paddle. I mean, everyone else is just having so much fun playing. I just want to. It's the sport you can do all day, every day, just having a good time. And it doesn't matter who you play with, you're having a good time.
And especially in the environment like this, where basically you can pick the partner or opponent in a split of the second. And that's what I see here. Not only you, but everybody. Like they play their matches.
I mean, you look around, everyone's playing a rec game right now.
That's right.
Like everyone is.
And nobody.
People have been playing 3 different brackets today, and they still haven't had enough.
Yeah, and sometimes
you might not see that with singles. After a singles days,
you're
done.
More difficult, yeah.
But doubles days, you just want to keep going. You just want to go, just keep playing it. Because win or lose, you have fun.
Yeah, especially when you're young and fit. So
it does help.
It does help a little bit, yeah. So we are here now to watch together the finals of 35 5.0 Open, as we call it, category. And as it is a good habit, we have 2 teams here, right?
Yeah, that helps.
That helps, yeah. One team is from Taiwan.
Well, Eddie's run away.
Oh, Eddie just left? Okay. Well, it's Eddie Shen, the person we quoted so many times during last 2 days. And his partner, Hsia. I don't know much about his partner. Do you know anything?
I do not.
Yep.
I know quite a bit about Eddie. Had the pleasure of playing him yesterday. But and I believe we saw, I believe it is Chang was out here in the match earlier against Martin.
That's right, yeah.
So we...
Yeah, and as you touched, the other team is Huang and Chang. Both of them Americans. Obviously Chinese origin.
Chinese Americans, yes.
Chinese American, and my understanding is that they moved back to China. Probably some opportunities to maybe business, maybe pickleball, who knows? But it seems that they are absolutely dedicated for pickleball, and it's nice to see little. Well, I actually told them that you're the first Chinese players in the finals of WPC, so they said like, yeah, okay, but we are Americans, he said. So it's kind of like Chinese American, as you said, but nevertheless, it's nice. Obviously, the whole world is waiting for China to start mega producing the players.
Yes.
And we have actually next stop at the WPC series in Dalian in China, and I hope that you will come.
I will be there.
Oh, so now lots of people heard you. So.
Yeah, no, I will be there.
That's nice.
I'm very excited. Very excited to be on this tour and play these WPC events. I plan on being at every one for the remainder of this year.
Thank you, sir, very much. And you are climbing up in the rankings as singles, and probably you will follow in doubles tomorrow. How do you find the competition in Asia compared to first Australia? And then obviously you can compare it with America because you played sometime at PPA too, right? If I understand correctly.
Yes. So, I mean, compared to Australia, the talent is right there. It's great to see. Very different styles. I think something Mitch and I noticed a lot when watching players. It's very different style of game out here as compared to Australia. But compared to the US, it is still
a way to go.
Yeah. The US is very far ahead with just producing players, and it's just the market over there is just massive.
Right.
I did get to compete with the best over there, and it's just the pool right now of players is so large. Like you still have your top tier players, but then we've got that second tier of players that is just so big at the moment. A lot of my I have a lot of friends actually at the moment competing in Sacramento in that second tier of players trying to break their way into that top tier.
Right.
And yeah.
It became really big, and the qualifications for the main draws, right? So.
Qualifications are enormous.
They're tough.
One of the last events I played before I came here was 6 rounds of qualifying to get into main draw.
That reminds me. tennis, ITF. All right, so yeah.
Interesting move there from Eddie there with the cross-court Ernie, but it was quickly closed down.
That's right. So let's go back to Asia, and
Yes.
we can maybe next time talk about America or Australia. So we have Taiwanese guys and American Chinese on the other side, and we'll see. Compared to the level, the match before, these guys are a little bit older. The category is 35 plus, so you have to qualify for this by your age, and obviously by skills also. And we'll see how this will pan out.
Oh, if every rally is like this, it's going to be a long match. That was some very patient dinking there.
Yeah, and this is what Eddie Shen is known for, and he.
Shaw said enough with that and went for the speed up a little too early.
Second serve.
Good hands by me there, if I do say so
That's
myself.
right. Sorry, I mean, you guys, you didn't see it, but Zach, one hand microphone and second hand the ball, so enormous skill set here.
Well, a little bit of miscommunication there in the middle.
So WPC series, we obviously want to have the best players possible and available, which is 19 plus category, but we also want to give the opportunity to older people, 30, well, older, more mature.
Mature is a good word for it.
Yeah. I'm using that recently quite often. So 35 is one category and 50 is the other category, which is, and obviously we have also 60 plus category. That was very interesting.
Yep, we are seeing just a little bit of miscommunication throughout the middle.
101.
Oh,
Beautiful back foot link, falling back drive.
yep. Down the line, found the hole, which was very uncharacteristic
With Eddie.
with Mr. Eddie here.
The one thing I just love watching about these mature groups, as we will call them, is how soft their hands are. It's one thing that I really envy, watching how good these players are with the reset. It's fantastic to see.
It is the whole life experience, resetting the situations and lives. The older you are, the more gentle, I guess, you're getting. But I hear you. But there are some power hitters like Martin Clark. Oh my!
Great defense again on the Ernie.
That's fantastic.
Shaw did come over to cover though. That was good. He didn't just sit back and leave it, but
he followed Eddie
a
Shen,
little
but
too big of a swing, I would say.
that's right. His paddle was not in ready position.
No. We're seeing the American-Chinese team jump away with a little bit of a lead here, creating some separation. Oh, beautiful move there by Shaw. Lovely shot.
That was surprising.
It was
I
very explosive.
that's right. Yeah.
031.
Shaw and Chen looking to get on the board now.
And
I
he
will
is.
say Eddie does love his lob.
Yeah.
Eddie, it was something, it caught me up by surprise yesterday in singles when I returned to his forehand and he threw up a third shot lob on me in singles. I was
Well,
I made it, but it was and we see another one. I like that move though. That was throw up the lob and then be aggressive on that next
an
ball.
attack. Yeah. So Eddie likes everything what is not the mainstream. He wants to creative the situations and.
Side out.
Well, Eddie played yesterday, what, 15 matches maybe?
Oh, Eddie was a machine yesterday.
Yeah.
Played in men's 19 plus singles, got to the quarterfinals.
Yep. And played 35
Played
plus.
5 round robin matches, which he was in my pool, and then made it out of the pool, getting into the quarters. And then he played in 35 plus and took gold.
Yeah, so that could have been really around 14, 15 matches altogether.
Not too bad for a mature player.
Yeah.
Over 35.
Yeah, but he's not that mature, you know.
I mean, he's in incredible shape.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
1-3-1.
Definitely, when you look at him from the side, you know, you don't see any belly there. And
Another lob.
Oh,
Ooh, no, in.
Yes,
Beautiful
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Height.
I mean, you look at him and you wouldn't say he was over 35. So
Yeah, he's over 40.
I would not have guessed that at all.
That's right. Yeah.
2-3-1.
So what I really like on Eddie, his style, even when he serves, he slows down the movement and then he explodes. I don't know if you noticed that. It's just
No, I did.
amazing. Yeah. So just before he's going to make a contact with the ball, he kind of slows down. He nearly stops his movement and then he
2-3-2.
explodes. So Mitch Hargreaves just came here.
Ooh, beautiful Ernie.
That was nice.
Side out.
It's awesome to see so many Ernies in a 35 plus age group.
That's right. Yeah.
These players are in phenomenal shape,
Height.
moving very well.
Yeah. Sometimes it comes also with, unfortunately, setting up that Ernie's, you know. He's not only the Ernie guy, but also who feeds him. And but they see the opportunity. That's no doubt about that part.
Beautiful reset there.
Height.
I don't know. I think it's Chang in the pink, right, or orange or whatever
Orange.
it is. Orange t-shirt.
Faded salmon, as some would say.
Salmon. Okay. Yeah, here you go. Thank you. I never knew that.
Beautiful play there by Eddie, controlling the court.
Second serve.
That's right. Yeah. So far, I saw like maybe Chang is the most dominant player here or most reliable, but we'll see how it is.
And great hands and beautiful control of the middle.
Side out. Two, 5-1. Height.
Yep. And just a reminder.
3-5-1.
Just a reminder. We are playing up to 21.
The marathon of matches.
That's right. So this could be a good hour or even more. Oh, nice.
Second serve.
The Chinese Americans are like they are solid.
They are.
It's interesting. Before this match, I thought like Eddie's team would have some edge, but
Another lob.
yeah. But
Another lob. Just missing.
yeah.
Height.
So we've got two players on both sides. We saw the lobs coming earlier in
That's right.
the couple of matches ago, and now we've got Eddie. So
It is a great tool, lob, especially when you play it indoors, because
yeah.
there's no wind, no factor.
another lob. I would have loved to see Eddie take that ball, though. I think he had that overhead there.
Yeah, and honestly, between us, his skills are a little better than his partner, so he put his partner into a difficult situation. That's probably a harsh statement on my side.
Lovely play.
I like that reach.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was... He really took control of that point early and
Yes.
did not relinquish it.
Yeah,
That was fantastic.
Mr. Huang is
6-4-1.
really a dominant player these moments.
Beautiful.
Height.
Sees the ball,
I
goes for it.
If Eddie and Shaw are to get back into this match, I think Eddie needs to take a little bit more control and be a little bit more aggressive. He's being a little too passive for a
That's
left
right.
side player
And-
right now.
And I honestly, I'm very surprised because Eddie. Oh, smart.
fantastic.
Wow. Wow. It's the placement, not the power and speed. And we have the timeout here. And the score is.
Timeout.
Yeah. So what do you think, Zach?
It's an interesting game. I think Huang and Chang are definitely running away with this score a little bit.
Before timeout. Oh, okay.
And I think a big factor is going to be trying to slow Chang down. He's really controlling this court. He's really taking control of the match. And I think a lot of it, if I'm being honest, comes down to the return. I'm not a huge fan of the slice return anymore. I mean, 2 years ago in pickleball, yes.
Okay.
Because the slice is a little bit harder to drop on when we had fiberglass paddles. But now players are rolling that ball so well with carbon fiber, and the slices just adds so much spin to the player. So it's allowing that ball to drop. It's not putting the opponents under pressure,
F41, F41.
and the ball is just dropping. It's dropping a little bit short. I'd love to see them be a little bit more aggressive and try and pin them back. See that ball just. He can get that ball to drop so quickly because of the spin.
Second serve.
I was speaking about slices or top spins. That's,
Pardon?
with the returns,
Either going flat or hitting topspin, removing the slice.
Okay, so no slice. Okay.
See, because that ball there,
Yeah.
it aids the
Yeah.
third shot of these
That's right.
Side out.
Huang and Chang.
I mean, when you're older, you loop the ball so you have more time to get to the net.
4-8-1.
Yeah, we're catching up with the score. Yeah, when you're older, you probably want to gain more time to make it to the net, but
Correct.
5-8-1, right? 5-8-1. 4-8-2. Second player, third player. Okay.
Patinia is from Thailand, and I think that he is one of
4-8-2.
the best referees here in Asia. Has USAP certificate.
That's a great volley.
Lovely.
Side out.
It's one of the best things that you can do is going behind the person.
That's
A lot of times players just think too much about avoiding and try to get the ball to the other corner.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, especially with the aggressive player, they're coming through with that forehand. Whereas if you go back behind them, you get them off balance. That was a fantastic play.
Yeah.
We now see them run away to a 9-4 lead.
9-4-1. Second serve.
Yeah, as you said, like if Eddie and his partner want to turn this around, Eddie has to step up and get a little more.
Beautiful overhead there by Eddie.
Side out.
You know, if my observation is Hsia
4-9-1.
is being on the right side in the middle of the court. If he plays forehand, he opens up so much of the court on his side and basically pushes Eddie all the way to the left.
Correct.
That strategy is not working clearly.
4-9-2.
And I honestly, I don't know why Eddie would be, you see even this, he's doing forehand in the middle of the court and then he opens up the court.
There was some good defense though. There was some great gets there, but no, I completely agree. That's one of the big issues is they're running into each other.
9-4-1.
Yes, exactly.
Eddie needs to either take that forehand
Yeah.
or he needs to kind of loop around and kind of get involved. But
Yeah,
they're getting stuck.
yeah.
And where we're seeing Huang and Chang on offense off that third ball, Eddie and Shaw are kind of on defense.
Yeah, yeah. I like how he runs around the forehand. Oh. And we are going to change ends, 11-4. That is a commanding lead. And to be honest, I never expected this kind of a development of the match. But
No, Huang and Chang have just come out and played some strong pickleball. They're not making too many errors.
that's right.
They're playing very solid but very aggressive.
Yes.
And they're taking control of the court. And I think for Eddie and Shaw, they have to come out and they have to do something different.
That's right.
I don't think it's the way they're playing isn't the like they could do something better with it.
They can.
I don't think it's not working.
It's not working. Yeah.
So something needs to change in order for them to come back from this
and
deficit.
And if we stretch it even more, I think Eddie doesn't have energy or something is wrong, but because it's just a shade of him, what he was producing last 12 hours consistently. This is not a criticism; it's just a fact, And
I mean, yesterday must have been draining.
Of course.
It takes a lot of energy out of you to play.
But they got to the finals here, and they must have beaten some really good teams.
Correct.
Here we go. Maybe he's going to.
Lovely hands. Lovely move.
That was too ambitious. Running.
I don't think. No. I mean, I liked it. It's just. I mean, it's tough. You got to know your partner.
Yeah.
You got to know if your partner's going to be able to cover you or not.
Which-
But also, I think taking that ball cross court was where it fell apart. Taking that ball cross court, you give your opponent a little bit more time, and their directional shot is going to be pulling that ball down the line. Where if he took that ball into Eddie, either especially on these forehand tip, it would have gone back to his partner, and would have given them a little bit more chance of winning the point. But I do love the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
He's taken this game to them, and he's putting his foot down on the pedal.
Yeah, he's definitely a factor in this game. But his partner, now I don't know, Huang is the shorter guy, I believe. He matches up nicely.
Oh, that is a
look at
lovely
that.
drive. That was
Such a
to the corner.
That's right.
And beautiful, as you said, disguise.
Yeah.
That was something that they haven't really done. They've done a lot of drops. They've done a lot of cross court, and he held it so long. Oh, and then misses the serve. It's always the way.
That's right.
You hit a beautiful shot, and then you give away the easiest one next.
Then you lose the focus, and but he's this deceitful, deceptive, because I wouldn't think that Mr. Huang.
There we go. That's
Nice.
some offense there from Eddie. That was a great deep drop, playing behind Huang, and came in and took control of the middle. You see an uncharacteristic error.
And timeout right away. I don't want the opponents
They don't want them to get any feel of momentum.
Yeah. Interesting. So I don't know history of these two guys, but they are tournament smart, match smart. They quickly figure out how to play, and they feel also maybe momentum could shift. So.
I think it's a great idea. As I said, I'm not a huge timeout user, but I like the fact that they called it early. A lot of teams, when we see teams use timeouts, it's often 1 point too late.
Yeah, too late, exactly.
So if you're going to use them early. So I think they've done a really smart shot. They're 2 points in a row, couple of errors. I think to stop that momentum right away is very smart.
Yeah.
because you don't want it to be 3 or 4 and then you call a timeout.
That's right.
That by that time the momentum's already gone.
And there are, I mean, you know it much better than I do, but there are moments when you lose 2 points and you play well, right? And nothing wrong with that. But then you fail sometimes and you're losing points because whatever reason, you didn't perform and you need to refocus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
6-13-1. 6-13-1.
I think Eddie come out with a little bit more energy.
Looks like, yeah. Oh,
Good
nice.
hands. Ooh.
Seems that Eddie is becoming more active here.
Yep. Maybe had a little
Lit-
sip of a
lit-
caffeinated energy drink.
Or maybe a little talk.
And they're clawing their way, and that's the thing. In the race to 21, this game is a long way from over.
Yes, exactly.
Second serve.
Those are the mistakes you just can't afford to make, though.
Yeah.
You got to, when your opponents have missed a couple of balls, when you've gotten in a little bit of a run, you don't care how, you just want to make them play. Even
Yes.
like that ball.
Oh, look at that. Ah, good eye.
Bad luck.
Side out.
That was a beautiful drop shot.
It was.
And Eddie
Great
was
control of the, you saw him saddling the kitchen there. It was beautiful.
easy mistakes on the other side.
And I think that's one of the big areas like that I've noticed a lot in if we're comparing like Australia and Asia to some of the top of the higher level playing in the US is there's less free points once you reach that peak.
That's right. Yeah.
You don't see as many missed returns or missed serves or giving away those cheap errors. It comes down to making a lot of balls and just finding a way to make our opponents play another ball.
That's right.
But as we say that, we saw a great misdirect there by Shaw.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
It was a lovely inside-out forehand volley.
So as we usually say, it's a math. It's a percentage game. Pickleball. You can look really sharp, but if you make too many mistakes, you will never win.
Correct.
15-8-2.
Lovely ball there. Almost had a kitchen violation.
Yes, both of them.
And we see Eddie and Shaw taking their another timeout here. And Huang and Chang have just continued to
roll,
to be aggressive. And I'm going to harp on it again. I think it comes down to the return. Huang and Chang are just getting into the kitchen just a little bit too quickly.
Yeah.
They're having just an easy time moving forward and playing from the kitchen line. And I mean, yes, they're not in necessarily an offense position, but it is a neutral position. They're doing. Huang and Chang have done a better job of keeping Shaw and Eddie back on that return and being able to have some offense while playing on the return, where we're seeing Eddie and Shaw being a little bit reactive. And it comes down to the return.
Yeah.
Like even because it's deep, because of the slice, it sits there, and then they hit a nice drop, and they're working their way comfortably to the net. We love to see either more of a drive forehand or even some topspin or a roll or something to put some pressure on Huang and Chang here, so they're not having such an easy time. The only times they're really not getting to the kitchen is if they're making the error. Yeah. And they're not making too many errors right now.
Yeah, and plus what I kind of see is I think that our Huang and Wang, Chang, sorry, they are well-oiled machine. They move as a team. There is lots of understanding between them how they move. I don't see that that kind of smooth interaction in the other team. You know,
16 to 1.
there. I mean, you tell me that every team needs to have a leader, right?
Yes.
And I'm not sure who is the leader on the other team. You know, clearly in my eyes, Eddie should be a leader, but his partner maybe doesn't give him that opportunity to play it.
Point.
That was harsh, right, on my side, but that's what pickleball is all about. You know, we all have our and smile, which is nice.
Yeah.
These guys.
I mean, it was the right move. He came
That's
across. He saw the high ball.
Yeah.
Just came a little bit too straight down on it. Would needed to hit a little bit more out on it. Surprised we didn't see their use of a second timeout there, giving away a couple of easy points.
Side out.
Missed return and then the ball, but
I think they are still a little confident now with the lead. So
16 9. Sorry. 16 10 1.
lovely offense
wow.
there. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Point.
And that's the thing, when you can build these leads and you know that your opponents aren't that threatening with their ball, is you can get a sense of confidence and you can start playing like more aggressive because you're not worried about a counter or them putting you under that necessary pressure. You know that they're just trying to get that ball in the kitchen. Lovely hands.
Wow. That is fantastic. Sets of resets.
Don't mind me, I'm going to be doing some studying right now of how to actually reset a ball. Maybe not lob though.
No. That lob was unnecessary. but those 4 or 5 resets.
That were fantastic. It was so simple. Just one of the things that a lot of players do when they reset is they try to do way too much.
That's right.
And they try to hit the perfect ball, and he was just calm, put his paddle there, let the paddle do the work.
That's right.
And it was fantastic.
Put the paddle in the right position.
And he wasn't worried about hitting 2 or 3 of them.
That's right.
He was just.
Yeah. It was.
And that's the big thing. Everyone gets their first reset, and they think that one has to hit the kitchen, but it's not. Be comfortable hitting 2, 3, 4 of them. Even though he got caught on a foot fault, I don't mind that move. I know we've seen him do it a couple of times, but it's good to just keep putting that idea that if you go there, I will take that ball, I will be aggressive.
Yeah.
19-10-2.
It's amazing how this Mr. Huang and Chang, how deceitful they are. You know, the level, you wouldn't expect that kind of a consistency and really understanding of the game. They don't do anything extra. You know, it's basically
very efficient.
Yeah, efficient, even like boring. You know.
Second serve.
Very quick at the net. Their hands have been lightning fast.
Yes.
10-19-2.
Lovely move by Eddie there. A little bit of luck with the net, but
that's right.
At least there that he's looking to move forward. He's being aggressive on that 5th ball.
19-2.
Another nice drop.
The defense is just fantastic.
Right out.
I mean, we've seen some great earnings. We've seen some beautiful point construction, and just play has just been, the defense has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like playing against the wall.
just missed it. And there we see a little emotion coming from Eddie. I mean, the scoreline doesn't show it, but I feel like this game, although Huang and Chang have dominated, it is a little bit closer than what it might look like. This game can flip quite quickly.
Ah, that was going out, maybe.
Side
But
out.
A little bit of luck.
that's right.
The smile on Eddie's face.
Yeah. I didn't
He
see
knows
him
he-
smiling for the most of
No.
the match,
And the win,
right?
19-1.
Maybe where this game feels a little bit out of reach, that's when he can kind of relax a little bit
Yeah.
more and then play a little different.
Ah,
Right.
He read that though.
that's right.
That
Yeah.
was he knew where that ball was going, and that's where I think that's what we spoke about it earlier. Going back behind the player, like on that attack. If Eddie takes that ball to the forehand tip, or the backhand side of him, would have caught him out. Now they got a couple and more emotion coming out of Eddie.
Yeah, now we see some energy boost here. So Eddie even fisting up here. I don't know where he was for the most of the match.
19-1.
Well, Huang and Chang did a great job of not allowing him to get in. There wasn't very much that he could show emotion on. Now he's starting to win a couple of those hand battles, and it's a great volley there. Back behind the player, as I've said. Puts them out of position.
19-2.
I love his backhand drop, volley drop.
Timeout.
Timeout.
19-2.
I think that's a smart call.
Yep.
Again, maybe 1 point a little late on that one.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, as you
but-
said, 14 or 19 or 20, those are the numbers where they start haunting you in your mind, you know, when you cannot move suddenly.
oh, absolutely. Well, you start thinking about how far away the opponent is, and then you think about how far
It
away you
starts
are, and it
shrinking,
just
yep.
every opportunity you get, if you miss it or a point, you start letting that play in your head a little bit, and
Yep.
you're thinking about the past rather than just concentrating on the present.
That's right.
That's why one of the big things I mentioned yesterday is no matter what the lead is, it's just 1 point at a time, 1 point at a time. Everything's a fresh start. Everything's 0-0.
Yep. We still owe you the ESPN.
It's not my ESPN highlight. That is Willie Chang's highlight. That is all him. I'm just on the tail end of it. I mean, I won't hate the exposure, but
You will get
no,
it.
there was
19-2.
that was all Willie. That was a phenomenal shot, let's say. I've watched it probably about 60 or 70 times since, and it plays in my head on repeat. All right, we are at 15-19.
Wow. This is the 21-mile run.
15-19-2.
It is 16-19.
Interesting.
And we see after every point, Eddie's giving that fist bump. Eddie's showing that
That's
emotion.
right. That's right.
And you can see, look, he even, when
16-19-2.
his partner's ready to serve, he's got a look of determination right now.
Wonderful.
Side
Wonderful.
out.
I still would like Eddie to take more balls in the court,
Yeah,
and
what
his
we're seeing-
partner still
We're
is
sure coming a little bit too far into the middle, exposing that out wide. It needs to be
19-16-1.
kind of the other way around,
Yeah,
especially where
the-
that ball is.
Yeah,
Right.
Going for a little too much on that one.
yeah, he's overdoing it. Yeah, and the player on the right side, you know.
20-16-1.
Should be.
Second serve.
He wanted to hit that winner. He wanted that highlight reel to finish. I mean,
That's
we all
right.
do. We always do.
16-2.
And they're still in this.
Yep, there's
There's
another side out here. Wonderful.
Side out. 16-21. Second
Yep.
serve.
You cannot miss this kind of a ball in this kind of a situation
16-22.
No.
and hope that you will win.
A little bit of net love, a little love.
A little luck there.
I'd love to see a third shot drive here. Just show that they're not afraid. Put that pressure. Try and get a free point on a missed volley or a short ball.
Yeah. And here we go back to match
Side out.
points and timeout coming again. So the score 2017. It's actually much closer now than most of the match it was. Do you think that they can turn it around?
I'm not sure if they're arguing right now about that last ball, so we'll see if they can come back after this timeout on the same page or not. It is quite an ask. Now they've saved 2 match points already. I mean, the pressure is, the way that I always think about it is the pressure's on the server.
Yes.
Even down, the pressure is always on the server in these rallies. It's on the pressure. The pressure is on the returner. But right now with match point, a lot of the time, especially when you've had a couple, you start to think about it on your own paddle a little bit too much. So I think as good as I'm not too sure about the timeout because it can give Huang and Chang a little bit of time to kind of center themselves
refocus. Yeah,
and
exactly.
come up with a strategic play to just work this point rather than
17-1.
letting the adrenaline and motion take
Yeah.
too much control. And again with the slice return.
Yeah.
Lovely hands. Saw that beautiful speed up.
Nice, and that's it.
And that is the match.
Yeah, beautiful ending.
Gentlemen, if you can join me here. Come on this side of the net for me. All right, guys, we are joined by Huang and Chang, who just came out with a very dominant display. Bring it in, guys. Come in closer. Okay. All right, talk me about that match. What were you guys thinking?
Well, we got out to a big lead, right? And then I think we played a little bit tight there in the middle, let them come back, but we were resilient and came up on top, man.
It was fantastic to watch. I really liked how early you called your timeouts. You really, when you felt that momentum slip away, you did a really good job in controlling that and taking that ball back. And I liked the way you went about it. You guys seemed to take really good control of the kitchen. What was your game plan going into that match?
So I think our game plan is to head to the 80, to ding to him, and I think once we see the opportunities, we just, try to attack, So that was the main, I think, a strategy we use.
Yeah, no, you guys did a great job. I loved how you went behind him and really tried to not let him get involved with his forehand. It was a great display. Good, congratulations, guys. You played an awesome match.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.